also heal a little bit. That probably just gets pinged, but nah, not much we could have done really. Maybe it would have been better to hit into this, and then I could deal that with the shadow visions and... oh dear. What if I... yeah, that's counted, that's fine. There's not really much I can do, is there? If I had 2 topsy-turvies, that would work. This can take a couple of hits, maybe then I can like Psychic Scream, get going that way. I forgot what I was saying. Adobe After Effects, learning that to kind of up the production quality of my YouTube videos a bit. Thought some there's like this style of video that I really like. There's a Magic the Gathering based series called Pretty Dece, and I just absolutely love the style used in those videos. So I kind of wanted to emulate that. And I think I've done a pretty good job so far of it. This will resummon Ziliax and a full health Witchwood Grizzly, so that's great. We gained 3 health, so we've got like so many taunt on board. Hey, Happy XF! What up, Floy? I'm good, man. How about you? How are you doing? An interesting combination of Inner Fire Priest and Taunt Druid. Yep. Also, like the Resurrect, it's got a bit of that Resurrect Priest vibe going on, so it's pretty strong. I mean, we can just, if we draw a Power Word Shield or a Divine Spirit, I don't know, are they going to attack in? If they don't attack in and we draw those cards, we win the game. If they do attack in, that's also fine. Another Lesser Diamond Spellstone. That's good. That heals me again. Just something I'm interested in. Healing HP is good. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it, Happy. I mean, it's in the name, really. I have a feeling yeah, we'll be linked on HS Replay, so we might be getting some addition. Oh no! They pulled that combo off. How annoying. I don't think I could have healed myself anymore is the thing. Yeah, the resurrect function like Hadronok / Witching Hour from Taunt Druid. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then you got the combo kill as well. So it's pretty cool for those reasons. Fortunately, we lost there. That is one of our worst matchups. The odd aggro or odd secret mage, odd aggro secret mage. That temple rogue or miracle rogue, and the all spells over the wall trick. So aggro, odd mage, tempo rogue, and mid-range hunter are probably this deck's worst matchups. Now I know that sounds horrible. These two are actually, I do want to keep a Power Word Shield, I think. Those are probably our worst matchups, just because they can quite often get through our walls. The problem with mid-range hunter especially, they get in so much chip damage early, and even then, if you manage to survive all that, they DK Rexar, and they've got like a late game plan, so that can end up killing you as well. So you gotta look out for that. You gotta tread a very fine line between staying alive for long enough and actually being able to kill your opponent. This is a odd warrior though, and interestingly enough looks like an odd warrior without the quest, which means that we just have an infinite amount of time to combo off. So we're just trying to find as many combo pieces as possible, hold on to our Power Word Shields and such, because these work as part of our combo. Master Orcart, that's a fantastic draw. And then we're just going to combo off and kill them for 1 billion, ideally. That it's very early in the game, but I'm like looking at a 2/6 and oh, you can Shadow Madness that. But I'm not sure about how I feel about the Shadow Madness, to be honest with you. Do I Ziliax here? I don't want to. It gets it out of my hand, it spends my mana efficiently. It blocks 3 damage. It's not doing much for me. I think I'd rather hold on to it. There might be like a thing that I really need to kill with it at some point. I'm not sure though. It's an interesting decision point right there. So they are just gain a billion armor warrior. Witchwood Grizzly, that's better. Happy to play this. It might only be like a 3-4 now, that's fine. But when we revive it with the Spellstone, it comes back at full HP. Another thing I've noticed is that the Spellstone is actually kind of clunky in this deck. Is Shadow Madness a tech card against something in the meta? I don't think so. I think it's there. I don't think it's against something particularly in the meta. Like it works against sorry, I've lost my train of thought. It works against like Void Lords and stuff. If you ever come up against those, it's kind of good on water elementals from Jaina. It's not really against one specific thing, it's just that it has this decent general function. Yeah, it's starting to take quite a lot of damage now. Mass Hysteria could be good. Torn between Mass Hysteria and Mosh Og Enforcer. This card is played so rarely that it's very hard to remember its name. I mean, how does he kill this? If I just play it. Also, like, what's the worst Mass Hysteria? I don't think there is one. I think everything just dies, right? I'll find out. Yeah, I mean that's totally fine. Oh, I was talking about the Spellstone. Yeah, with the Spellstone, it's kind of clunky. It's very hard to charge up because so many of your spells are combo pieces. If I could reduce your HP, that'd be good. Anyway, we'll Master Orcart now. Chances are something sticks, and then hopefully we can combo off with it. Only got 1 Divine Spirit technically, but we do have, technically I meant currently, but we do have 2 Power Word Shields. That's a pretty big deal. We also have, you know, the other copy of well, we have a Topsy Turvy and we have a copy of Inner Fire in the deck. So if we happen to find the Inner Fire, then we can just buff 2 minions. You Shadow Madness of Void Lord, Inner Fire, whack it against the enemy minion, kill it. You keep the resulting Void Walkers. You do indeed. So that is a play. Wow. Actually managed to kill everything. That's very impressive, I think. Lich King. Lich King is really good. Other option is something like Ziliax, hit into this. I can hit into the Smolderthorn Lancer or something. I think for now, I mean, if I play the Lich King, he's got enough damage on board to just kill it. It could be worth Power Word shielding, but I'm not convinced by that. Psychic Scream would be pretty good about now. Kill that. Do that because I want the HP. I kind of want to juice the Spellstone a little bit, and I did want to heal the Orcart. I mean, the thing is, I have to remember, although this Ysera is getting a lot of value, chances are I still have plenty of time. My biggest worry is them kind of pulling something together with the Ysera Nightmares, Ysera Awakens and such, and just managing to kill me. That's interesting. And keep in mind, this thing has 8 HP. You can perfectly combo off of that perfectly well. Killing Orcart. Leaving him an 8 HP minion is bold. There's an Inner Fire as well. Inner Fire makes it so that even if we don't like necessarily win with this combo off, it makes me pretty happy to do it because we've got the other combo piece. Let's start going off with power word shields. Psychic Scream, I don't think that changes the equation for us right now. Mass Hysteria. I can smack him in the face for 24. I don't have any more card draw. I think I'm going to opt not to for now. Kill this Ysera, get it out of the way. Do I want to hit into the Emerald Drake? Yeah, just in case, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. I could have taken 8 HP off of him. That's a pretty big deal. So we've lost both of our power word shields now. But there's a lot of cards that we can draw into that'll be really good for us. It seems like our opponent's not doing a great deal of stuff. Can we get this to 4? 1, 2, 3 spells in hand that I'm very happy to cast. Shadow Visions, which I'm obviously happy to cast. Take a Divine Spirit naturally. There's a couple of options. Go for the Spellstone now and try and set up for a kill. Or don't do that. I'm thinking Psychic Scream this turn. Hope that they only play one threat. If they play like a Dragon Roaster or something, I can just kill it with a Death Coil and drop a Mosh Og Enforcer. If they play a big board, I can Mass Hysteria. Oh wow, I got a strange echo from the Laughing Sister there, which I've not heard before. There is a 3rd Divine Spirit. See what happens. We've got time. We've got time. With 3 Divine Spirits, what this would become 56. 56 is only enough right now, actually. So we need to chip in for some damage at some point, I think. Ouch. Playing more stuff though. That's good for us. I mean, we've got to respect things like brawls. Psychic Scream or Mass Hysteria here. I think Mass Hysteria always gets the clear, right? Yeah. Unless it's a very specific sequence, like Laughing Sister into Emberskill Drake into Emerald Drake. Yeah, cool. Death Coil is an extra 5 damage, so that is a big deal. We can always Death Coil before we Diamond Spellstone. Look, got 2 copies of Eternal Servitude in the deck. If that's it, if that's all you're doing. Yeah, you can die. And then we'll Spellstone for 4. Got a Lich King back, that's good. More Lich King cards. More Lich King cards is good for me. So obviously Brawl kills a good deal of this. Yep. Could be like a Brawl and then a Shield Slam or something. That's nice because it has the Divine Shield, making it even harder for them to kill. Need to bait out the Brawls before the Dead Man's Hand. Ooh. Is this a kill? Yeah, gotta be right. Yeah, I dare say that's a kill. Yeah, that's all. You just need one thing to stick, and then you hit them in the face for 112. What can I say? Seems pretty good, man. Let's keep going with it though. We can get some more wins. I'd quite like to get to legend by the end of this stream. That could be possible. That could be possible. And then play a couple of games after once we're in legend, just to prove that the deck does hold up. I'm trying to make notes. Like anytime I learn anything really important about this deck, I'm trying to make little notes just for the video about it. Currently the things that I've put in my notes is about upgrading the Spellstone. And also a thing that people sometimes forget is just smacking them in the face really helps. It means that your combo has to do a lot less work. Against a mage here, I don't think we keep any of this. The Psychic Scream is obviously good, but we need earlier interaction, so we need a full mull for it. If we had like a Northshire Cleric or something, or a Tar Creeper, then I might feel happier keeping the Psychic Scream. Oh, interesting, not Odd Mage. But as it stands, you want to be doing something earlier. Northshire Cleric starts on 3 HP, you can combo off with her if you want. But mostly I'm just power word shielding her, because it means if they play something, then I can start drawing cards. And drawing cards is something that we want to do because we're a combo deck. Because we don't do much else early. Keleseth Mage, what does that mean for us? Elementals? God knows that's what I'd be doing. We're drawing like absolutely nothing of value to us yet. There we go, there's a Divine Spirit. And when I say absolutely nothing of value, I just mean nothing that we can play in very quick order. What is going on? What is this deck? Mid-rangey Keleseth stuff. Go. What was this secret? If I was him, I would probably have chosen a counter spell or something. If I draw another card, I'm going to overdraw. Oh, that's sad. I could have probably saved my Northshire Cleric as well if I just hadn't attacked with it. They didn't take a counter spell. They didn't take a splitting image. Probably take... Oh, Spellbender I guess is really good against us. Probably took either Spellbender... It's Explosive Runes, right? Oh, it's a mirror entity. Okay, well that's fine. Interesting that they'd take that. It's kind of disappointing that we haven't drawn a single Tar Creeper, Witcher, Grizzly, or Ziliax. The amount of cards that we've drawn, we haven't drawn anything that costs less than like 8. Any minion. There's an Inner Fire. We have 9 cards in hand, so I guess there's no rush. And then we probably can't afford to overdraw, so that means Moshagan next turn. Moshagan? Why did I say Moshagan? Interesting. Okay. Topsy-turvy, sure. So I wonder how much of a problem that you know, poses. They're playing Arcane Tyrant, so they're clearly playing spells. But then they're also playing Keleseth, so you'd think that they're not playing that many spells. It's like a big spell mage, I guess, with Keleseth as well, because why not? Hopefully they can't get through an entire board. Oh, this is not a very big entire board. Oh dear. I could have used the Topsy-Turvy to kill that and then use this to kill the Gluttonous Ooze. I'm only realizing that now. Meteor? Wow. Yeah, apparently that's something I needed to do to not lose the game. Okay. I mean, I'm a little surprised by everything that just happened. Not seen that deck much. It's especially not seen that deck much in the Rastakhan meta. Like, big spell mage? I'm guessing that's what it was. We didn't see Dragon's Fury or anything like that. But if you're playing Arcane Tyrants, you've got to be big spell mage, right? And a lot of the other stuff was kind of typical. Gluttonous Oozers, big spell mage used to run that. Although it used to run that because big spell mage was first around when Cube Warlock was a really big thing. Master Orchard is so good, I'm considering keeping it regardless. Largely because we've already got the Northshire Cleric plus Power Word Shield, which is a really good combo for us. So this is a greedy / risky strategy, but we do eventually need to be able to beat our opponent, and Master Orchard is really good at doing that. So, what punishes us here?
Is someone injured?
I don't think there's anything that punishes us for playing this without coining the Power Word Shields onto it straight away. No, apparently not. Now do we just choose to draw 2 cards? Yeah, I don't see why not.
Right away.
I think against a Hunter, I am more than happy using an Inner Fire on a Northshire Cleric. We've still got the Topsy-Turvy in the deck, so... Ah, okay, this is a slower Death Rattle Hunter. Interesting. So, Psychic Scream really good against these guys. But I think for now... Oh.
Right away.
Please don't run Deadly Shot. Please. Please don't run Deadly Shot. Please let a turn 3 14/14 be enough. Getting slow rolled and I don't like it. Come on. Come on. Think all you want. What kind of lines are you thinking of right now? Seems weak.
Right away.
Let's be extra rude and coin out the Witchwood Grizzly. I think a turn 3 14/14 might get there. Oh, the tension. Monk at S right now. Oh, that throws a spanner in the works. What can we do about that? Nothing. Right? There's nothing I can draw that removes that this turn. Is there? Not with only 3 mana available, no. Okay. That's fine. Take the opportunity Shadow Visions here. We're gonna take the Shadow Madness just to make it more likely that we can kill them next turn. I mean, Shadow Madness costs too much is the problem. I should have played that. Probably. They're all the way up to... They've gotten more turns than I expected. And they found Spider Bomb. They've done well in that regard. However, we've gotten so much tempo. Leaving a Spider Bomb up is not a good idea. I mean, I don't know. We're in the driver's seat, right? We only need to deal 7 damage. That's not very much. Fair enough, we've lost a lot of combo potential. But being the aggressor in this matchup is extremely unlikely. I mean, Diamond Spellstone resummons a Northshire Cleric and a Witchwood Grizzly, so not great. We've got the Deathstalker Rexar. Only 5 cards in hand, so this is a 3/7, that's pretty good. Let's take a topsy-turvy, just because then if anything sticks, we kill them. And I think we got it. Kind of hilarious. Didn't expect the game to go on as long as it has, but we're doing well. Nzgosu, it's like Nozdormu. Nzgosu, I've come to throw 3/7s in your face. Guess I should heal this first if I'm going to do that, right? Another Psychic Scream. I want his board to be a bit bigger before I start Psychic Screaming, I think. And we've got like the Master Orc turn, we don't really need to deal with this. It's not worth throwing away a Psychic Scream for a 7/4 charged Devil Sword. Or maybe it is, you know? What a turn of events! That? Wow. I mean, I did consider the cube. I considered the cube, and I considered cube player dead, and I thought, I'm still not dead, right? We take 14, the board's scary, but then we just Psychic Scream and everything's fine. I guess I didn't consider the cube double player dead. Should I have played more conservatively? Possibly. Possibly I should.
Anduin versus Anduin.
What a game. What a game.
Light smiles upon
Okay.
the just.
So, against a... Guessing this is like a control side. It's gonna be a combo deck because it's priest and that's all priest does right now. So we want like combo pieces. I don't mind having a Tar Creeper. If they're the sort of dragon combo control priest. This shuts down some of their early game aggression, which is quite important for them because they need chip damage quite a lot. If it's if it's like a cloning priest, they have real difficulty removing early game minions, so we're probably fine. This is why you shouldn't always do this on turn 2. I maybe should have waited till turn 4. I mean, it really depends on the matchup which one's good here. I'm going to take the Innifier because I think it's the most versatile. Versatile? That's not how I'd pronounce it. I'd say versatile. I think that's the more British pronunciation. Okay, Clone Priest I'm guessing then. But I don't think Dragon Priest runs Radiant Elementals. We don't mind Shadow Madnessing that though. Comboing up with a Radiant Elemental seems like a good plan. I mean, early versions of this kind of deck did run Radiant Elemental. They also ran Lyra. I guess there's an argument for that. Oh, excellent. Punishes him for healing his own minion as well. I'm gonna Innifier it. Especially with drawing the other one, I mean, just getting in for 5 is pretty good. If they're running the Mass Dispel version, they can Mass Dispel me here. That kind of hurts, I guess. But it's not the end of the world. They're better at healing. Our deck is really bad at healing up, which is why chip damage is so good against us. I mean, obviously we can hero power. Mining, okay. I can maybe get away with the mass. Oh no, this needs to be dead for this to work.
Right away.
Yeah, so mass hysteria kills both here. Because one attacks one, then the other attacks the other. I was thinking I could get away with it because if they just attacked each other, then the 1-3 can go face. Not that that's like a big deal or anything. But that doesn't work. I mean, technically it works, but it wouldn't be good. Just because if one of them goes into the 1-3, then it won't kill both of them. So mass hysteria maths is one of the most interesting things about this game right now, I think. Chip damage is important. Their turn 7. I mean, Spellstone gets them back at Malagos, which is not great, so. Well, I'm going to Lich King. Doom Pact. Doom Pact, I guess, helps out if they're Xerix or something. Oh, they run Death. Interesting. I'm a little scared of Master Oakheart in here because I think there's a good chance that they just Psychic Scream. Drawing the Spellstone makes me a bit happier, I guess. But end of the day, what are you going to do? Let's think about our Spellstone. There we go, there's the Psychic Scream. Divine Hymn. I guess we just play it. Yeah, seems good. We hold on to these for combo, I think. Anti-Magic Shell, that's good. Anti-Magic Shell, that's another good thing about this deck. The Lich King cards are actually really good for us. You play Lich King in like the cloning combo priest deck, but the cards like Anti-Magic Shell just may as well not exist in that deck, because what do you know, if you've got a full board you win the game. You don't need Anti-Magic Shell to help. They're gonna coin smite? No, okay. Oh, what a draw! Well, they need another Psychic Scream here. I mean, it's not impossible for them to have it. But yeah, in Cloning Combo Priest, Anti-Magic Shell is terrible. Army of the Damned, it can win some games every now and again. Every now and again you Army of the Damned and it summons the things that you want it to summon. But you play 6 minions in your entire deck. So you've got like a 1 in 5 chance of pulling one. On average you're paying 6 mana to pull 1 minion. And actually, I don't know, probably even less than that, because you're mulliganing 4 Radiant Elementals and Gargoyles early in the game. So the card's bad, basically. Whereas in this deck, you know, Anti-Magic Shell on this board is going to be really good. However, one thing that is important to remember about the Anti-Magic Shell, because it gives your minions can't be targeted by spells, it stops you from comboing off. That's something you will have to consider. We can't kill the Moshog Enforcer here. We're gonna try. And we got there. There we go. 36 to the face. Wins the game. From Russia, more like from a place where you lose. Alright. Jokes, not necessarily my forte. Phone's buzzing. Is it anything interesting?
Anduin versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. The light shall bring.
I messaged my friend this morning saying, do you still have Lady in White? Because I found a deck that'd be really good for Lady in White, and then pointed to this deck. Correction, Lady in White really bad in this deck. I mean, yes and no. It's really bad because it stops Master Oakheart from pulling anything. It would pull Northshire Cleric still, I guess. Interesting. Warlock can be anything these days. So I think Ziliax is just generally good, so I'm going to keep it. Other than that, I'm going to hedge that they're kind of control-y. I was kind of wrong. I was keeping combo pieces for that reason, but I don't know, we'll see. I don't know exactly how this matchup's going to go. They're kind of a mid-range deck. So we're going to need interaction. But our deck refuses to give it to us. So if they just like land a Mountain Giant next turn, I'm in for kind of a rough time. There's the Northshire Cleric, which I'm happy to see. I'm not entirely sure why I played it though. You play it because it's early interaction, and that's good. 4 mana. Drake? Okay. I'm very tempted to just Divine Spirit it. No, that's bad, right?
Right away.
We got the Ziliax next turn, that's something. Oh, It's okay. Our opponent seems to be giving us a bit of time. Mountain Drake, Mountain Drake? Twilight Drake is nowhere near as good as Mountain Giant. So, you know, we got time. Playing this to just stop 8 damage to the face, because that seems alright. What's Mass Dispel good against other than the Twilight Drake in this matchup? They know we're not cloning Combo Priest because we played the Northshire Cleric. Mountain Drake for the bonus damage against structure. Oh yeah, that's where that one comes from. Counters Wall Priest. Oh man! That would be so true. Okay, how does this Mass Hysteria work? This doesn't die. Actually, it could die. If this goes into it and then that goes into that and then this goes into that, it could die. I think Mass Hysteria is just generally good enough here. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted to happen. So, fantastic. Thank you, Ovla, for the insightful League of Legends / Hearthstone commentary. It's good. It's good when you get a joke that crosses over 2 games. It's always fun. I'll play something else also, please. Thanks, friend. I don't really want a Psychic Scream, just a Mountain Giant. I think I would have if I had to, but I don't want to, you know? Also, they've dealt so much damage to their own face that we don't need that many combo pieces. Did they just draw that? Start with the Mass Dispel. I don't think it's very good in this matchup. And then we'll talk Reaper. These only need 1 more spell to upgrade, which is excellent because we've got a spell that we're very happy to play. And then it will resummon a Ziliax, a Tar Creeper, and a Northshire Cleric. It's not great. Especially not great when your opponent plays a Lich King. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Unless actually you don't, because you can do that instead. That's a lot of stuff. So, returning to my earlier point about the Spellstone, I think you should aim to upgrade it from the lesser Diamond Spellstone to just Diamond Spellstone. But getting it to greater is just, it's really, really difficult. Unless you literally like started the game with this in your hand, it's going to be very difficult for you to get your Spellstone all the way to greater Diamond Spellstone without using up all of your combo pieces. So just just don't. And that's totally fine, because the thing about the Spellstone is it tends to be resummoning a lot of mana anyway. Like Witchwood Grizzly, the 312 is probably worth more than 5 mana, to be honest. The Moshog Enforcer costs 8. So like even if you got just these two, that's 13 mana worth for your 7 mana. Obviously that is kind of a best case scenario, but it's not that far-fetched, you know? Okay, you got the clear. Cool, Shadow Visions. I think in the matchup, Eternal Servitude could be pretty strong. If this gets a Ziliax, we kill the Lich King. We didn't get a Ziliax. That's alright. End of the day, what we need to do is win the game, so. It feels like because they're so low on HP, this could very well be a matchup where the Shadow Madness ends up being what kills them. Obviously they're not running Void Lords on account of being even, but it's something worth considering. Sorry, opponent taking time. What do people think of this new card back? The infected card back. I didn't quite realize what it was. In fact, I'm not still entirely sure. I believe, and you can feel free to correct me in chat if I'm wrong here. Is it the idea that if you play against someone with the card back, you get the card back, and it's like to see how the virus spreads? Is it to do with the thing that happened in Warcraft, where like people got the disease and then I don't play Warcraft, so I wouldn't know. But... I think I'd really like this to get Ziliax. Got him. Cool. All good. We need an actual finisher combo piece in order to combo. If they're Gul'dan here, then we'd really like a Psychic Scream. I'm loving the music going on in the background. Normally I have the sound of Hearthstone turned quite far down. Tell me if it's like too loud right now. But I realized I was like watching a VOD back and I was like, wow, you can barely hear anything from the game. Okay. Seems kind of realistic to get this to create a Diamond Spellstone right now, doesn't it? How strong are you? There's the inner fire. Okay. We'll save things as they are then. Because now what we need is a clear board, well, like no taunts, and something to stick, and we got it. I think Shadow Madness may end up being the win con. It depends how our opponent goes about clearing and setting up their own board though. We got this greater Diamond Spellstone though, which feels great. Feels less great when that happens. Mojo Master Zihi, pretty good against combo decks. Also just really good against Priest. try our best to not die for a second. I mean, it could have been really good if I do end up needing to. What? Five, 10, 15, 17? What? Why am I so counted? Who's playing Nerubian Unraveler? Oh my god. Hellfire. Oh, definitely get a shot. I swear, I'm playing this deck this morning. Everything's fine, everything's great, winning some games. As soon as I come on stream, people are running Mojo Master Zihi and Nerubian Unraveler, you know what I mean? How does that happen? What?
Anduin versus Jaina.
Seven Dixon. Sven Dixon. Okay, sure. Again, gonna keep the Tar Creeper because aggro odd mage, so on and so forth. North Shire Cleric is also really good. Happy days. Not odd. Have we got the big spell mage again? Is Tithes playing like big spell mage or something, and everyone wants to play that? What's going on?
Right away.
Eternal Servitude really good with Witchwood Grizzly. Three mana. Murloc Mage. I'm not worried. I mean, I think we just play a ton of taunts and they just play a ton of creatures, so we're probably good, right? Probably favored. This is what happens after a patch hits. People are like, what do I play now? Oh, I guess I play Murloc Mage. Can hit our opponent for 10. It's not nothing. Yeah, yeah, Mass Hysteria seems like it'll be generally good. Power Shield is good if we can guarantee that the Tar Creep is going to stick around. But it's not. I was going to say this is such a high priority target that it warrants killing, but we drew Witchwood Grizzly and we have an Eternal Servitude in hand, so I disagree. So this kind of does the same job, right? There's a chance we get blown out, but not a very high chance, I hope. Don't prove me wrong, Sven Dixon.
What to do? What to do?
Oh. Okay. Got him. I guess. I think we just got the strongest cards out of the deck, right? The War Leaders are probably the strongest Murlocs in the game.
Future is ours. Behold.
I would like that to not stay alive, but I don't have a choice, so hey ho. All's good. They can possibly draw a lot of cards. They could possibly draw a lot of cards.
Behold the tools of creation.
Give me a Divine Spirit, and I'll be pleased. You know what? Mass Dispel is pretty good. Do I think they run polymorph? Probably not. Probably not. 1, 3, 5, 7, 12. I think it probably is worth just Divine Spiriting this now. Oh, I don't know though, because we've got the Topsy-Turvy in hand, right? What if instead we kill this, and then do this, and then we can like Master Orcart next turn, and then there's a really good chance we can combo off. Yeah, this is fine. I don't really want to Psychic Scream this board, because those are all really good cards. And I think if I Master Orcart, I get the Moshog Enforcer for definite. I either get a Witcher Grizzly or a Ziliax, and I get a Tar Creeper or a Northshire Cleric. It seems difficult for him to deal with all of it, right? And I got the Ziliax, which means I can kill this. Oh, I could have killed the 5-1, that'd probably be better, right? Because the 5-1 represents 5 damage now. Yeah. I mean, they have nothing after this. We don't even need to really be thinking about combo. They draw 1 card per turn. I doubt they have... Well, they'll have Kabbalist Tome, won't they? So if the... Not Kabbalist Tome. What's the Tome? The one that draws cards. Someone tell me. I can't for the life of me remember the minion... The draw 3 cards, if you draw any spells, discard them. It's just not coming to me. Tome of Intellect? That's the new... That's the new one that adds a random mage spell, isn't it? Book of Secrets? Doesn't entirely make sense to me, because if it was a Book of Secrets, why does it discard spells? I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Spectres. Book of Spectres. Is that what it is? Thank you, Ovala. You genius. I could not remember for the life of me. Tar Creeper across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Tar Creeper, put it on the board. I wish I was better at like when I sing dumb songs like that, I wish I was better at actually coming up with a rhyme for the end of it. So the question is, do I play Tar Creeper when they could buff their Scavenging Hyena to ridiculous levels? Hunter's Mark is a punishment. I think... Now I've got to think I'm going to untap with the Tar Creeper. Like, what am I going to do with it? I think we don't play the Tar Creeper. Seems like a trap. We pick up the Mass Hysteria because it's really good for dealing with minion boards. And then depends what they do here, because like right now what happens? I think right now everything dies guaranteed. Yeah, right now everything dies guaranteed if he doesn't develop anything. But how about now? Why would you die a Frenzy the Dire Maul of all things? Why not the Scavenging Hyena? So now, what would have to happen for everything to not die? Everything just dies. Everything dies. Oh. Didn't consider that one. That's alright. A 4-2 on the board is not too scary. The Scavenging Hyena's gone, that's the important thing. He winces because he's not quite sure if he really believes what he's saying. Well, our opponent's going kind of slowly, so they're just going to play another Diamol, probably. Yeah. So we Ziliax. They kill our Ziliax and develop a big board, and we Psychic Scream, and all is good in the world. He said, not quite sure if he believes himself. See, that board is not as big as I would have liked. So this is a chance where we use the Eternal Servitude to resummon the Ziliax. Because we need the life gain, really. Hunters, this mid-range hunter is probably playing kill commands and such. So dropping to like 10 is practically lethal. Dropping to 12 is practically lethal. But we got a nice curve coming. We got Lich King, we got Master Orcart, we got Psychic Scream if anything really scary happens, and him dropping a Tundra Rhino definitely qualifies. We got some water, because it's important to stay hydrated. Only connects for 3. But I don't think I can allow... Oh, 4. I don't think I can allow the Tundra Rhino to stay on the board. I think playing Lich King is just too risky. We've got like a surprising number of combo pieces in hand. If we can safely master Orcart without dying. What can I get? Okay. So they spent, 6 mana to summon a 5/5. I'm happy with that. I don't think there's any punish for doing this, right? And then we just get him. Just get him. What's the highest rank you've been before? Somewhere around 200 legend, I think. I don't think I've been higher than 200 legend, unfortunately. Maybe I have. I don't know. It was a while ago. It's been a while since I... Anyway, we win the game. Oh, you get another one? That's unnecessary. Got there. Anyway, thank you for the question, Night Flux Live. I like the name. Night Flux. Reminds me of the program that I use on my computer, Flux, or f.lux, I guess. f_lux makes like the makes the screen more orange at night. Kind of reduces the blue light, makes you feel a bit more sleepy. It's one of those things, I didn't really believe it, when people are like, oh, blue light keeps you awake. I was like, that's not true. That's just, an old wives' tale. One of those things that your mother tells you. Just to to get you to go to sleep at night. To not be on your phone or whatever. But after using Flux, I do believe it. Definitely. Witchwood Grizzly, we will keep. Because, I don't know, whatever our opponent is, I think Witchwood Grizzly is pretty good here. Just asking, as I was making a run with Quest Druid before, then they nerfed Wild Growth and Nourish. Oh man. Highest I've ever been is rank 6 though. I'm guessing you mean rank 6 and not rank 6 legend. But I also, you know, I don't like to assume too much. But keep going at it, man. Sure you can get there. I'm guessing regular rank 6 though. Yeah. I mean, you can coin the Shadow Madness here, but it's probably not a good idea, right? Because having a loot hoarder in your death pool, I guess it's not the worst, to be honest. There's definitely no need to coin to do it. Our opponent's killing it anyway, so we're deprived of the opportunity. But that's fine. We got time. Our opponent's a combo deck. We're a combo deck. We just got a combo before they do. You have 9 cards in your hand. I can afford to just wait another turn. No, keep going, man. And I'm sure you'll beat your best rank of rank 6. I try and, oh god, with Doomsayer as well. Wow. So I do kind of like the cards in my hand. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of the Mass Hysteria later on in the game.
I must consider.
I think we can get a draw out of Northshire Cleric now. Oh, but we don't want to draw out of Northshire Cleric, do we? Then if it replaces itself, then our hand stays full. We can just drop the Witchwood Grizzly and it just dies horribly. And get rid of the coin. I don't really think that we need the coin. Or maybe let's try Power Word Shielding first. We get Shadow Visions. Let's use that. Well, none of these are very good. Is Mass Dispel any good against this opponent? I don't think so. So we'll just go again. Eternal Servitude seems pretty good. And just waste the coin. Yeah, I try and be sort of informative and explain my players as I go, but if you've got any more specific questions, please do just like leave them in chat, or if you happen to be watching a VOD for people in the future, leave them in the comments section. I try and respond to people wherever possible.
Is someone injured?
But other than that, thank you for hanging around. Appreciate it. Oh, and we've had some follows, but they have not appeared on the stream, annoyingly. So let me have a look at that. The alert box is just super broken right now. I don't know why. Let me try and replay those. God damn, this annoys me so much. I use Streamlabs OBS to stream. So hold on just a tick. That hasn't done anything.
I must consider.
Let me just think out this turn and then I'll reapproach the subject. Where are we at here? It's very tempting to Psychic Scream this stuff back into their deck, because it would just be really bad draws for them. But I think instead I'm going to draw some cards and chip in for some damage, because if I can chip in for damage, that makes it easier to kill my opponent. Alright, let me... I've got to check some things in order to try and get this to work. Drink rare. I guess it makes sense. Alert box. Why is my alert box working?
The light dims, but we fight.
Reporting for duty.
Follows. We should have, yeah. Save settings. Try doing this again. Where are we at now? Well, now I'm at the point where I need to play something. I mean, Eternal Servitude is a shout. Yeah, we'll just do this, I guess. I was, again, tempted to go for the Psychic Scream. Right, now let's try I know this isn't the most exciting thing to watch, especially if you're on a VOD. Why? Just delete this alert box and add in a new one. Add source. Add new source.
It's time to test your metal.
Sure. All of that seems right. Oh, now I have a big white box in the middle of the screen. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, because you have to... that's not supposed to happen. Right. Let's look at stuff. Yeah, we just go for the master lookout, right? You shouldn't be... Ah, big white box is gone. Right, now let's try these alerts. How are you supposed to incentivize more people to follow and subscribe and stuff if your alerts aren't going off? There we go! Nightflux Live, 7 minutes ago followed. Thank you very much for following. You were a cute Pikachu for doing that. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate the support. This is kind of the talk I go through every time. Every streamer does it. And also... WSX9172, thank you very much for the follow. You're a cute Pikachu for doing so. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Just annoying that I had to go through and fix that, but I'm glad that it's done now. It'd been acting up for a while. It would do the alerts every now and again, but other times it wouldn't. So I think people were even managing to subscribe using like Twitch Prime and stuff, and it just wasn't coming up. I think it was the case that maybe if you use Twitch Prime, it wouldn't come up, and if you didn't, if you paid for it, it would come up. It was just kind of being dumb, and I don't like that. I mean, Shivala, I kind of want dead. I feel like it probably makes sense to kill the Brewmaster too. But now, I mean, when our opponent has timeouts, the game's just very much in their court. Nightflux Live says big white box equals hacks. It's true. Big white box definitely helps. Apparently. Another shrink ray. Can you bounce that one? Can you Zola it? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm thinking if that's like already there, then I don't really need to kill that one, do I? Let's just do this instead. Actually, no, we'll do it with the one. Oh, and I can kill it anyway. Sweet. Oh, but should I kill the Zola? Maybe if we try power shielding first. We draw Lich King. That doesn't really help inform my decision in any way. If I kill this, it makes it... No, I'll kill this. I don't play against this deck often enough. If anyone is really good at this deck, tell me if I should have killed the Zola instead. Netflix Live asks, sitting on 2,000 gold, should I do arena runs or keep saving for when the new set comes out? It's up to you. I don't really enjoy playing arena all that much. I'm much more of a constructed person. Hey, and they got the Trollbane again, so I feel kind of vindicated. Different in Magic the Gathering. In Magic the Gathering, I love playing limited. A lot more than I enjoy playing standard, generally speaking. But in Hearthstone, I don't enjoy arena all that much. If you enjoy it, then it's totally worth spending your money on. He says well played, but I mean, we don't actually have the kill, do we? We only get this to 24. 24, 27, 28. Oh, and then I steal the Thakal. Yeah? Yeah, I think that works, right? Let me double check. So 24, 27, 28, steal the Thakal, 31. Yeah, okay. Oh, and I can even buff this slightly, so. Hey, we got there. Yeah, but if you enjoy playing arena, obviously you're going to get a lot of value from playing the arena, and if you're good at arena, then you get the additional rewards. But personally, I don't know. I feel like when I play the arena for the rewards, I'm spending 150 gold, and I sit there and I spend like an hour or 2 hours doing a run, and let's say I got 6 wins, and you know, I maybe get like 90 gold back and a pack and some dust and stuff. It feels really unsatisfying to me, so I don't do it. And obviously, because I'm a streamer, I stream standard. So you know, I have my own personal biases against arena. If you enjoy it, that's probably the best use of your gold. If you don't, yeah, probably sit on it until the next set. Or if there's like a deck that really takes your fancy, just buy a bunch of packs with it. Because, you know, too many people don't focus on the fact that Hearthstone's supposed to be a fun game. The fun comes from building new decks and playing them. So when you see a deck that catches your interest, you should absolutely use your resources to play it. If you're just grinding out and not having fun, I don't think that's the best use of your time, personally. Might not be the best budget approach, but there's so many factors, right? Depends how big your collection is. All sorts. Anyway, that was probably a very inconclusive answer. We're against a hunter. So I was digging for early taunt. I was going to say early taunts, but really we've only got one early taunt, and that's the Tar Creeper. And also Northshire Cleric. You want Northshire Cleric in pretty much every matchup, because if you can drop it early and start drawing cards, basically as soon as it cycles, it was worthwhile. Even if it doesn't cycle, chances are your opponent's had to put a significant amount of resources into killing it. Sitting on 10,000 dust also, but I don't really have any of the cards from the rotating sets, so I'm stuck in limbo. Ah, see, that is a super difficult position to be in. I was thinking of making a video about that soon. As soon as I've made this one, as soon as I finish another one about cloning Combo Priest, I'll probably make the one to which I am now referring. Scavenging Hyena, just give me a second to think about this. If I play out the Tar Creeper, and then he plays like the links, and then that gives him another links. You can buff it up to having 4 HP, and then you can kill the Tar Creeper. And then I'm stuck dealing with a 6-1, and I have no way to deal with a 6-1. I think we just don't do anything. We just suck up the 2 damage, and we wait on the Mass Hysteria. Scavenging Hyena, a very annoying card. We're going to Shadow Visions, I think. I think we could afford to Tar Creeper and Power Word Shield it, and then I mean, then the links, then we'd have a 6-4 hyena to deal with. And only a 3-2 on board. And currently, the board clears itself with the mass hysteria. So yeah, no, we are going to shadow visions. I don't really want the mass dispel. Go for divine hymn because I think that could be useful later on. So yeah, after I finish the 2 videos that I want to make soon, I want to make a video talking about rotation because it is super annoying if you are stuck on. Okay. Grizzly comes out as a 3-6, so not very good. Alright, let's start doing this stuff. And turn. I'm done thinking about it. Is that the mark of a good player? No, absolutely not. So yeah, but basically, like, if you're quite new to Hearthstone, or you're a budget Hearthstone player, rotation has you in a very difficult spot now, where you don't want to craft any cards that aren't going to be... How did he know? That's a good play around it, I think. Ah, oh, Eternal Servitude only works if I'd played the Witchwood Grizzly. But damn. I don't know what's going on anymore. Our opponent's stuck in early hyena. It seems to be winning the game for him. But yeah, you're stuck in this number where you don't want to craft any cards from the sets that are about to rotate out. Because you're going to pay, like, let's say you want a legendary from a set that's about to go out, like, I don't know, Death Knight Anduin, or something like that, Shadow Reaper Anduin. Or the Lich King. The Lich King goes into like loads of decks. Anyway, you pay your 1,600 just for it, and then in a couple of months it's going to rotate out of standard, so you can't play it in standard anymore. And now your Lich King... This board clears, right? Well, this board either clears... it either clears or it really doesn't. So we got a Spellstone, I think. So yeah, you make the Lich King, and then when it rotates out, you can't play it in standard anymore. And most, you know, newer players, or most players, the majority of players don't play Wild, which means that the Lich King has no use anymore outside of like Tavern Brawls, which is pretty fringe anyway, because people aren't playing Wild much. So you want to disenchant your Lich King, and now you disenchant it and you got 400 dust from it. That means that, well, why BM me like that, man? That means that you've lost out on 1,200 dust, essentially. And that feels bad. That's a bad feel. And it's because of rotation. And it's because of the way that rotation works, and the way that crafting works, and the way that when cards rotate, you don't get their full value anymore. And it's a tricky thing to deal with. There's not many... Like, there's not much precedent for how best a company should deal with this kind of thing. Because Magic the Gathering has a similar problem, where cards in their standard format do rotate, but the player bases for the player bases in Magic the Gathering for the older formats are much bigger, and cards are tradable. So no, well, there's a few safeguards in Magic. I'm just gonna talk about mulligans first, and then I'll go on to it. I think we keep the Psychic Scream, good against other combo decks. Spooky, I'm sure I've seen you before, and I'm sure you were the mirror, so that's a little scary. So in Magic, there's a couple things that stop this from happening. One, I played a lot, Nightflux Live says, I played a lot up until Main Streets of Gadgetzan, and I took a long break and I came back for Rastakhan, so I have a large gap in my collection. Yeah, it's rough. I kind of skipped Boomsday So I only crafted Ziliax a few weeks ago, and I'm loving him. He's great. But I was really hesitant to craft him because I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know if he was going to still be relevant after. Fortunately though, I skipped an expansion that isn't rotating just yet, so I still get the value out of those cards. So how does Magic the Gathering prevent this problem? Well, in Magic the Gathering, you know, you're paying money for your cards. There's a whole secondary market built around it. So it's not, you know, cards don't cost a set amount. You don't have like a legendary is 1,600 dust, or like a legendary is £5 or whatever, as it might be in Hearthstone. I think this is worthwhile. Instead, you have a legendary costs however much it is as dictated by the laws of supply and demand. And the thing is, as you get closer to a rotation, because everyone knows that card isn't going to be able to be played very soon, then yeah, I want to keep this out of his death pool, I think. And now it's in mine, so there's that. What was I about to say? So because people know that the card's about to rotate out, its price naturally falls because it's not going to be playable soon. If it is a card that is strong in older formats, it might retain some of its price, but you know, because the demand is going down, the price of the card is going to go down. That means that buying cards close to rotation, close to the time of rotation in Magic the Gathering, it doesn't hurt as much. Because you're not really losing out on as much because the card is cheaper. So that would be nice if in Hearthstone, maybe older legendaries became cheaper over time. That would be a nice touch. We've already had a Witchwood Grizzly die, right? So I kind of don't mind shuffling another one into their deck. No, I don't want Lich King to die. I don't know entirely how other because like Magic the Gathering is the main card game I played. I know a decent amount about Yu-Gi-Oh! I think the way that it works in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you've got, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically has two formats. The first format is kind of like standard, it has a very heavy ban list. And the second format is like completely unrestricted almost. It might have like a ban list, but it's a much more... Do we just win? Oh well, no, because we don't have an inner fire. So let's try and dig for one. Well, that's disappointing. How did that manage to kill nothing? Well, at least one of these two would die. And then, like, if the other one died, then I could hit into it. God damn. Oh, ouch. We need to find an inner fire real quick. Things are getting very scary. There's the Taunt. Don't get me started. This pulls a Moshog Enforcer. It probably also pulls a Ziliax. Yeah, it has to pull a Ziliax. Sweet, we get rid of the Lyra. So I think that's how it works in Yu-Gi-Oh! And basically because cards never really rotate, they just they're either banned or they're not banned. Your cards are just always useful. So for sure, cards get this needs 2 more. That doesn't seem like a massive deal. However, I can play this anyway. be honest, what I wanted was a Shadow Madness. I already used the Shadow Madness. So digging for the Shadow Madness, probably not very useful. Go for another Spellstone then. I think this is just more likely to win. Pokemon trading card game, how does that deal with stuff? I've got no idea, to be honest. I think Pokemon does have a standard format, I don't know anything about how it works or anything like that, so don't, it's really useless asking me. Good. Only one more spell to get that upgrade. That seems plausible. And I don't think pretty much every other digital trading card game hasn't been around for long enough to have a problem with this stuff. I think that's about, you know, where we're at. Mass Hysteria. Two, 4, 5, 7. Like everything would have to attack into Velen and Velen attacks into something. Or what happens if I double Divine Spirit the Enforcer? And then Topsy-Turvy it, and then Mass Hysteria. I don't know, but I'm not convinced it's good. And it's mostly because the Tar Creep was there, I think. I think that's the biggest issue. Okay, this could be bad. Our opponent's gonna play Solitaire for a second. Okay. Interesting. And still the Mogoshon Warden lives. It's not a Mogoshon Warden, it's a Mosh Og Enforcer. I keep getting the two confused. Mogoshon Warden is the 1/7 with Taunt, I think. There's no way you've got lethal now, right? Well, that's okay, because you're probably not going to die. I think I just Psychic Scream here, and I want to give them the Tar Creeper, really. We're in kind of a bad way. There's a Master Orc Heart still in our deck according to the deck tracker, and I think it's right. I think he Psychic Screamed that in there at some point. We're not. not necessarily dead. But god damn are we close.
Unity, precision, primitive, primitive.
Is someone injured?
Lich King. I think we're just too late on this one. And I don't think there's really much we could have done or can do about it. I mean, it's possible our opponent just doesn't draw enough to kill us. But it's also incredibly unlikely. Lyra plus a coin plus making everything cheaper. I don't know, I was playing this deck a ton last night. There's tons of times you just get too many like expensive spells stuck in your hand. Power Word Replicate, that's the popular one. See that one all the time. Xeric's Cloning Gallery. Mass Hysterias, Psychic Screams, stuff like that. So it's not impossible.
Not all who wander are lost.
But it is unlikely. Okay, we lose. That's fine. I think this deck is bad if you're against only only other combo decks, I should say. We seem to be in quite a combo heavy meta. You've got like the other combo priest. You've got like Hakar druid. I'm having difficulty thinking of other combo decks right now, but be assured, rest assured, words like that. I do kind of know what I'm talking about. What else have you got? Death Rattle Hunter, I consider it's kind of a combo deck. It's like a synergy deck. It's not an OTK deck, but it still, you know, pulls off combos. You got Malagos Rogue every now and again. Pops out of the blue. Fun and interactive. Hey, we interacted. I mean, this is a really good hand if our opponent is aggressive. If they're like combo oriented, if they're Malagos Rogue, it might still be a decent hand. And there's a Firefly, so, you know, that's good.
Is someone injured?
Firefly tells me probably Tempo Rogue, which is a difficult matchup, but we need early interaction in order to beat them. So the game plan here is turn 4, coin out Witchwood Grizzly. Turn 5, Eternal Servitude Witchwood Grizzly. Turn 6, Eternal Servitude Witchwood Grizzly probably. I didn't know we were going to draw the second Eternal Servitude, obviously. Wow, didn't attack? That's interesting.
A tactical error.
Very tempted to topsy-turvy here. I think it's the right player.
Right away.
If that thing starts getting out of control, I just can't beat it. I think it's best to not even give it the chance. Interesting, like, even if they had attacked, I still would have been able to do that. I just would have had the Power Word Shield first. And that wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world, you know? Coin out Witchwood Grizzly. It's annoying that they drew all those cards last turn. Oh, what is that? Artman is a cute Pikachu for following. Well, Artman, thank you very much for following. I very much appreciate that. Hope that you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate your little support with the follow there. Thank you very much. Okay, so they are just doing aggressive things, so that's, you know, fine. Because it means Witchwood Grizzly is really good. Are they running Vile Spine Slayers though? No, but they are running Saps. Well, they might be running Vile Spine Slayers. Can't really rule it out just yet, but... Oh, paying 2 mana for a Cold Blood. Oh, paying 2 mana again for another Cold Blood. Ouch. Ziliax is probably better, right? Because this removes damage right now. and has the potential to stick around. And do I want to power word shield it? The answer I'm going to go for is yes. Because unless we plan on comboing off using one of their minions anytime soon, this almost forces them to run the 5-2 into this, and that gains me life, and it gets a 5-2 off the field, and I like both of those things. I'm a little scared though. Rogue is scary. Red rocks me, but Rogue scares me. Ghostface as well. It's a slightly intimidating name. Ouch. We're dying. Let's hope they don't have access to any more really easy removal. I'm gonna divine him just in case. So I need to hope that in the top 8 cards of the deck there wasn't a sap.
I'm out of cards.
Either our opponent's really bad at counting to 9 or they didn't get a sap. Or a Vilespine. Vilespine's fine because it costs 5 and they don't have 5 mana. But ouch. I think we go for another Ziliax, right? It's easier to remove, but it gives me life right now.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Yes, I would very much like a Spellstone. At least now, if they do have a Vilespine, hopefully they can't kill me.
Welcome to my web.
That's not bad. I don't mind that. You can have all the spiders. I'll just Psychic Scream.
Halt! Who goes there?
The backstab. God damn. So we've got a Northshire Cleric dead, and I don't like that. Options are Psychic Scream now, which kind of helps because then it lessens the chances that they get a spider next turn. But I mean, it would be really nice to just be able to Psychic Scream all of their spiders, because drawing a 4/4 every turn is not that good for them. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. We die if they've got a Vilespine out of the way, so we may as well use this.
I'm almost out of cards.
They've got 3 cards. Oh. 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 Well, that's really good. I'm now thinking, do I even want to Psychic Scream? What's the Orc card pulling? It's pulling a Tar Creeper. It's pulling a Witchwood Grizzly. Oh, it's pulling a Tar Creeper and a Witchwood Grizzly, and that's it, right? I mean, that's a lot. They've demonstrated that they can't get through this thing. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 18, 23. And we've got, go away, 14, 17, 22, 34. I guess the first thing I should do... Actually, no, I shouldn't heal. Healing bad. Hey, we got there. I was not expecting to win that game multiple times there. We dodged so many bullets. But we got there in the end. Yeah, we got a PogChamp. I want PogChamps in chat, please. I like it. I'm gonna use my own subscriber emote, Poggers emote. Obviously, not expecting all of you to have access to that. That's fine, but some of you do. So some of you might. It's there. It's an option. Master Orcart, really good. Shadow Madness, not that good. Eternal Servitude, don't need it. Said Eternal Servitude, don't need it. So presumably Odd Warrior. I'm yet to see a not Odd Warrior in the past month or so. I don't know, do you remember even Recruit Warrior? Hi, any replacement for Master Orcart in this deck? If you don't have Master Orcart, I mean Master Orcart is a really strong part of this deck. So that's like one thing I need to make clear. If you've got Lady in White, Lady in White would be great from this deck, except she has incredible anti-synergy with Master Orcart. So I think that would be an interesting twist. Lyra, the Sun Shard, is not necessarily a replacement, like it doesn't do anywhere near the same thing as Master Orcart does. I'm gonna take the Spellstone, I think, because I think the game more often comes down to grinding out Spellstones than it does having a big Divine Spirit. Other stuff? I don't know. Faceless Manipulator could be an option. Almost always, if you're running a minion-based combo deck and you're not, you need a replacement for something, Faceless Manipulator kind of works. Got kind of nice Mass Hysteria here, but it's not really leading into anything. I don't know what it achieves for me, but I'll do it anyway. So I realized that, like, in terms of replacements, I just gave you like 2 legendaries and an epic that isn't a completely fantastic replacement, but Master Orcart's really good. It makes the deck a lot better, but it, it can be run without it, I suppose, in an absolute sense. Why I'm stuck in rank 4, use this deck. Oh, we have Evantru 3, or maybe just the 3 is meant to be pronounced as an E because it's like elite speak. Anyway, you followed, thank you very much, you cute Pikachu, for that. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much for checking out the stream today. Why I'm stuck in rank 4? Man, sometimes it just happens. Just gotta keep playing. I was pretty stuck last season, and towards the end of the month, I had an exam, so I couldn't justify keep playing because I had to study for my exam. So I didn't actually manage to break into Legend last month, and that kind of disappointed me. But I'm sure we'll get it this time. So obviously one of the problems of playing against Taunt Warrior is they have a lot of taunts. Might seem obvious, I know, but kind of a big deal right here. Oh, please give me you go for the Master Orcar here, I think. Because I'm a little scared of him sulfuriousing me to death. Sulfurous hero power, that's 5. Thing that refreshes your hero power, that's 8. So it costs them 10 mana to do a full combo like that. But I'm still scared of it, you know. Brawl incoming? Very possible. Undaster. Okay. Board just getting crazy. We gotta really look for gaps in the board to oh my god. Drawing that is a really big deal. We don't have any divine spirits. Without that, I mean, I can make a 12-12. That's good. Definitely not bad. I think it might be better to just wait. I mean, we could see what card we draw. If we draw Divine Spirit, then we win, I think, but... Alright, let's do it. Not Divine Spirit. So we'll get in for our damage. Pass the turn. See what happens. Okay. Interesting. Surely they're going to equip weapon now. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's really scary. These need one more spell to upgrade. I can topsy-turvy this. Getting 3 minions seems a lot better than getting 1 minion when Sulfurous is on the board. So, pray for no brawl. Going for it. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think we just fire off another one. Only we fire off this one. Okay, alright. Come on. No brawl. Stop it. Stop digging for the brawl. I don't want you to do that. Monk ass, monk ass, monk ass. Still alive. Go on, you gotta start giving me the combo pieces soon, right? Power shield, that's a combo piece. Divine him, not a combo piece.
Is someone injured?
But it can draw me into combo pieces. Power shield. Divine Spirit, we got there. Oh. Be still my beating heart. Wow. Oh, that's a good feeling. I'm gonna quickly pop to the bathroom. I'll be back in just a second, promise. Don't go anywhere. I mean, I can't control you. Go wherever you want. I'll be back in just a second. Should I press the play button? It's risky. It's risky! But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm promising I'm going to be that quick.
Anduin versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory. Light smiles upon the just.
Got a poggers and a nice from chat. I appreciate that. We're against a priest, so I believe I want to keep Shadow Visions against a priest. Shadow Visions helps you find combo pieces, and combo pieces are good when you're trying to out combo the comboer. Do you know who I have not seen in chat? Nightbot. I guess my Nightbot must be broken. Apparently everything's broken about my stream today. Just have it to periodically remind people of the different stuff that we've got going on. It reminds people about the Discord. It reminds people about the fact that you can subscribe using Twitch Prime, because every Twitch streamer reminds you that you can subscribe with Twitch Prime. That wasn't words, but you gotta haul yourself out to try and get the money, man. This deck is so fun to play, says almost DE82. I agree. I'm gonna squelch you because I really can't be dealing with Happy New Year every second. Can't be dealing with that level of BM. Kind of want to heal it in a fire just to kill it, but no, I'll go face. Don't want to heal my own minion because then that draws him a card, and I don't want him to draw cards even though he's going to do it anyway. Oh, he's not. Let that instead. Amazing. I don't really want to coin out Aziliax because it doesn't like do anything for me right now. Nightbot can cut VOD. Someone needs to show me how to use Nightbot better. Tell me all the things that can be done with it. Yeah, I agree though, DE. This deck is fun to play, but I think I prefer the Clone Priest deck, to be honest. I was playing a ton of that last night. I was ranking up, I was winning games. Part of it was just I got good at playing the deck, you know, it's always a good thing. When you get quite good at playing the deck gets stronger. But I don't know, it feels like the metagame right now, it feels like I'm only playing against other combo decks. Definitely on this stream, that's the way that it feels. Feels like I've only been playing against other combo decks. But that kind of feels worth a Psychic Scream. Oh. Actually. This is kind of bad, but also kind of really good at the same time. If I Power Word Shield this, and then Mass Hysteria, the board clear. The thing is, they kill you. They just like holy fire you in the face. the Kelly. I don't like it. However, if you Moshog Enforcer, I was going to call it Warden again. If you Moshog Enforcer and then you combo... Oh, I bet he was doing Happy New Year. I bet he was. What's the Twitch emote for when you say something and then you're just incredibly wrong? I had an 80% win rate from rank 5 to 2, thought this was just a meme, but it is a serious deck at the moment. But now the hard time on ladder begins. Good luck for you. Thank you very much, Almost DE, and good luck for you too. I thought he was about to start comboing off or something. Powered shield on that A. Annoying, annoying. I'll tell you what's more annoying. What's more annoying is that I can't draw any of the things that I need. I think this Divine Hymn, maybe this could be a circle of healing, and that could be better. Because you don't really care if you're healing your opponent's minions, right? You just care about drawing cards. There we go. I'll heal this first, just in case we draw Moshog. Did not draw Moshog. That is fine. And 2 mana. 2 mana is a lot. The 6 healing on you is really nice against aggro decks, I guess. I don't know. Oh, what is that? Almost DE82 is followed. Thank you very much, you cute Pikachu, for following. Very much appreciate your support. Thank you for checking out the stream. Hope that you're enjoying it. This only requires 1 more spell to be cast, eh? And it gets 4. Have we even had 4 things die? I don't think we have. We've had Northshire Cleric, Ziliax, and Witchwood Grizzly. So, it doesn't matter. And then I'll even... Yeah, I'll heal that. Card draw's good. Okay. Position feels decent. Just need to be able to get through that taunt. Isn't the hardest thing in the world. And have something stick. Surely a Master Ore card will help with that. Ooh, Lich King. Okay. Okay, I don't think I particularly mind overdrawing because I feel like we've got everything that we kind of need. I mean, we could do with another Divine Spirit actually. Oh, please don't kill me. Oh, just a Psychic Scream. That's okay. Do that. Juice the Spellstone a little bit. Give me a little bit more breathing room with life and free up hand space because I don't want to. As I say, I don't really want to be overdrawing. Remember though, Lich King, 8 tough, 8 health. I want to call it toughness. Toughness feels more natural. Being a Magic the Gathering player, I guess. Yet, so I sometimes call creatures in Magic minions, because minions feels quite natural from Hearthstone, but toughness feels more natural than saying health. Oh! Oh, that's just really good for me. Thank you, opponent. Now I want a Happy New Year them. After all the Happy New Years that they gave me. After all that BM, smacking them in the face for a bunch feels good. And we got to 1. That's cool. Let's keep going. A recent opponent would like to be my friend. Shall we see what abuse we get from them? If it's really bad, I will block them. I don't know, I find the idea of them sending nasty messages while I'm streaming to be quite funny. Oh, it's in Russian, I don't... Sorry, I don't know Russian. What am I to do? I like Mass Hysteria against Warlocks quite often, because they play Mountain Giants early, and then I'm sad, and I Mass Hysteria them, and I'm happy again. That said, actually, I'm thinking too much in my Clone Priest ways.
We have turned our curse into our
Whereas we've got a ton of taunts, so maybe not so bad. Plot twist: it's Greek. Greek god? Greek god plays Hearthstone? Russian guys only want to flame you. Hey, I wanted to get flamed. I think the idea of getting flamed on stream, just so we can laugh at whatever dumb stuff that they say. After they BM'd me the whole game, it would be very delicious vengeance. It's not really vengeance, but you probably know what I mean. I don't mind laughing at some flame. Can we fit in enough games to get the legend today? I'm not sure. I'll be honest, it seems like a bunch of you guys have come over from hsreplay.net. So my view count is high right now. I'm going to take you into the mind of a streamer right now, because that's one thing I really like to do. A lot of streamers, I'm not saying that they lie, but they're not like totally honest, if that makes that makes it sound like I'm blaming them. I'm really not. A lot of streamers, you know, don't want to be like completely transparent about their thought processes on everything that they do, and that's fine, I get it. But I'm seeing that my view count is higher than it normally is, because when you're playing a recently popular deck, and you've got the deck tracker on and it links to HS Replay, and you come up in that stream section, you know, a lot of people come from the HS Replay thing, and that's probably why a lot of you guys watching me right now are watching. So, you know, normally a stream that I do, like at the height, when all my followers, or like the followers that regularly tune in and watching, maybe I'll have 10 viewers, 12 viewers, maybe. Right now I got 26. so I'm like, hey, that's good. That's a big amount. So I kind of don't want to stop streaming, but at the same time, I really wanted to get this YouTube video done today. Like, I wanted to get a video done about this deck today. Like, I'm seeing that high view count, and I'm like, oh, maybe I keep streaming. I don't know which one to take advantage of, because I'm trying to cash in on the popularity of this deck on YouTube by making a guide for the deck, and I'm trying to cash in of the popularity on this deck on Twitch by streaming the deck while it's linked to HS Replay, and both seem to be working out really well. So I don't know what to do, guys. And obviously, you as an audience, you're going to be biased, I suppose, in favor of stream, because you're watching the stream and you want to see the stream continue. We'll see what happens. My girlfriend will be getting in at 3, and see what she says. Anyway, D says, I mean, people who flame other players because they lose to RNG or a lucky combo better play another game. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's no use for flame at all, really. Like, there's none ever. I get, like, people get heated in the heat of the moment kind of thing, and I get being like temporarily angry after a game. I don't really think I do usually. I'd like to think, but I get it at least. But flaming, there's no need to take that negativity out on other people. Almost DE also says, ensure I find you on HS Replay. Great addition to the. They've said side. I'm assuming they mean site. But yeah, I absolutely agree. So this very often allows me to get through with the Lich King. That'll do. Donkey. Up site. Yeah. I mean, it's also, I guess it's on the side, because now that you followed me, I'll be on the side of your follows list, which is cool. Thank you very much for that. What? We must be getting close to some sort of followers milestone, because we've been getting a few lately, and it's really great. It's a really great feeling getting new followers. I really appreciate it. From everyone. I'm just sorry. I'm trying very careful because I just opened Twitch. I'm trying very carefully to make sure that I mute the Twitch page. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's muted. Good. Glitching dies, I can double resurrect it, which is really good. It's not bad English. Don't worry about it at all. I knew what you meant. It's a simple typo. Everyone gets a typo every now and again. Oh, hello.
I'm back.
You're back early.
Yeah, I know.
Are you popping in?
I want to be on camera.
My girlfriend's crawling along the floor so that she can get a laptop from the room. So she doesn't have to be on. Why don't you want to be on camera? There's only 26 people watching. Only.
You come up.
I know, right?
Well done.
Thanks. They all want to see my amazing gameplay. Rude. Bye.
We're having pizzas with Dom tonight, by the way.
Okay, you making them? Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh dear. Hit them in the face, I guess. Squid says hi, Izzy. She's gone now, I'm afraid, but I'll pass on the message. So this says 168 followers. So I guess that's not very close. I guess the nearest milestone is 200. So 32 followers. Can we do it? I mean, we can do it. It's possible, right? How much do I care about doom pacting here? I think the answer's not very much. I'm guessing that they can't rebuild a board as good as that next turn. And then we can double Lich King. And that should be pretty good. I haven't really been focusing on this game. I've been too busy looking at Twitch. I'm also surprised. I thought I had more than one subscriber right now, but apparently I only have one. At times. Oh!
Chocolate milk in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Can I have some?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I don't want them to have a Lich King. Not the worst bones in the world. What's up, brother? Hope you're well. I'm happy to see a few back-to-back streams, says Dunes. Yeah, Dunes. I'm Dunes McDougal. I'm really good, thank you. I hope that you're well also. Yeah, I know I've been a little bit infamous for not streaming incredibly consistently, one could say. Can I win? This can deal 16, 17, 18. Yeah. Exactus. Follow hype, says D. Go guys and support this stram. Which is just a typo. That's just, I find it funny. Be a part of it. Following is free and helps so much. Thanks, D. Appreciate hype men like you in chat. See if it gets results. Yeah, a few back-to-back streams. I've got a stream schedule in mind, but I don't want to commit it to the panels just yet because I'm scared that I might not keep to it, and I don't want to keep making promises and then not be able to deliver on them. And I find, you know, what I put in the stream panels to be a bit of a promise kind of thing. We're going to mull all of these because we're looking for North Shire Cleric so we can draw cards and combo pieces. And Master All card because it's really good. But the stream schedule that I've got in mind, that I'm happy to share on stream, but I'm not putting it anywhere permanent for a little while. See if I can stick to it. Streams Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then ideally 2 YouTube videos to go up during the week. And maybe one is like a clip video from the stream or something, and the other one I'm trying to make these more high quality animated videos and stuff. So we'll see how that goes, but that's the current plan. Dune says, you've definitely been a little here and there, but that's alright, I get it, motivation is hard. It's not really been motivation, it's, well, it's been motivation a little bit. It's been more like university is busy. And sometimes it's kind of motivation in that making YouTube videos, which is what I've been focusing on for a little while. Making YouTube videos is just, it feels a lot more conducive to growing an audience. And it is a lot of the time. If it wasn't for HS Replay, you know, linking me right now, I would have very few views. I don't want to pop all of my power word shields on this, but at the same time I'm not doing anything else. Maybe I do want to pop all my power word shields on this. Dune says that the schedule's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I hope so. Almost DE says, I like supporting little streamers more because I am in the same spot. You're also a streamer, DE? I'm gonna check out your account right now. Yeah, Spellstone seems like it would be pretty good. Go face. Oh, cool, D. Oh, you're a German streamer. I guess that makes sense. DE is in your name. If I was like not translating it, but in my head, that was connoting disenchant to me. But DE for German makes a lot more sense. Yeah, cool. I've given your stream a little follow, my dude. I'm not a follow for follow kind of person, but it's nice. It's been nice to have you in chat, and I thought it'd be nice to see what kind of stuff you're putting out. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal this thing back up. Dune says your YouTube stuff is really high quality and well put together. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and that's a big part of why that works for you. Yeah, I mean, I guess not everyone's doing it. I think I've been following for a little while now a YouTube channel called Alpha Gaming, I think it's called. And that guy does a series called Stream Doctor, where he gives like streaming tips and stuff. One of his big pieces of advice, and I believe this from what I've done, is if you're looking to grow an audience on Twitch, you need to be getting those viewers from ideally outside of Twitch, because Twitch has no discovery features whatsoever, basically. As I said, the reason that my view count is as high as it is right now is because of hsreplay.net. It's got very little to do with Twitch itself. It might be the case that I have the viewers from HS Replay now, a couple are flocking in from Twitch, because people like are scrolling down and seeing the the sort of smaller streamers, and I'm reasonably high up, and you know my title's in English, my thumbnail looks okay, but it's getting discovered on Twitch is practically impossible. The way that I imagine has been, you know, garnering new results, Dunes, which is variety streaming. I imagine that gets you viewers mostly when you're playing games that not many other people are playing. I think you said one of your biggest bursts of growth was from playing Kingdom Hearts, right? Like the Kingdom Hearts series. Squid says, I figured out what the Russian guy said. Please do let me know. And if it's... well, put it in chat. I try not to have profanity on no real reason, just I guess YouTube VODs and stuff. But we'll see what it says at the very least. Oh, that's not a very good Anduin. Our opponent has not been getting where they want to get. TAC88 has followed. Thank you very much for the follow, TAC88. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for helping me out with the support there. Very much appreciated. Well, this is where you get psychic screamed, I know. Ah, we got called a POS. Point of sale by the Russian guy. Put it in the Discord, I see. Oh look, there's the psychic scream, just as predicted. Well, Dunes, I was talking to you. I was talking about you. Not like in a nasty way. I can't believe you were gone. D says, I think my last stream was 6 months ago because of sickness, but I have planned to stream again in the next time. But I have a very low follow count, but it doesn't matter, it's about the fun. My Twitch name is the same as in chat. Yeah, I've clicked through to your page, my dude, and I've given you a follow. Not in a nasty way, sure, for sure. Hey, watch the VODs. But yeah, I hope you get back to it, man. It's a shame that you've had to stop. But yeah, it does have to be about the fun. But you know, people have their sights set on growing their stream. Like, that's one thing I want to do. I want to grow the stream. I want to be... because the more I can grow it, the more I can monetize and such. People don't like talking about monetization. People think monetization is a dirty word, and I don't think that's true. But the more that can happen, the more I can justify doing it more. You know? And that's good for everyone. If I'm making money from it, I can justify doing it more, I guess. Dune says, oh my god, the Chick-fil-A biscuits are heart-shaped for Valentine's Day. Weird. That's pretty cute. I like that. Biscuits in America, or especially in the south of the USA. We've had this discussion before, I know. But they're more like British scones, I believe. And the gravy is less brown and more white. Creamy. Creamy gravy. But yeah, actually one thing recently is that I quit my job. And I didn't like quit my job to do Twitch full time, or to do YouTube, Twitch, online content stuff full time, or anything like that. Because at my current position, that would be an absolutely ridiculous thing to do. But I did quit my job. You escaped the escape room. I did indeed. Just because, you know, and no real ill will towards the company. It's definitely, they definitely weren't amazing at all times. Like, everyone that I worked with, I absolutely loved. But the upper management could be less than stellar at times. But it got to the point where, one, like, I decided I didn't enjoy having all of my time sucked up by it. The on-call structure was such that you basically had to give up like full days. Like, you had to make sure that you didn't have any plans in case you got called in, and then there's a chance that you just might not get called in. And obviously, with it being a 0 hours contract, although technically you have another psychic scream. Feels good baiting that out. And now we're in the realm of spellstones. What was I about to say? It's a 0 hours contract, so technically you should be able to say, I don't want to come in. But in reality, you know, that's not quite how the power dynamics works. Because if you say that you don't want to come in, they're gonna look unfavorably upon you in the future. So, I don't want this to turn into a rant. But basically, it got to the point where in January, business for the company really slowed down. Because, you know, it's post-Christmas, no one has any money anymore, no one wants to do anything fun anymore. It's winter, everyone just wants to stay inside and be sad. So not many people are playing the escape rooms. So, you know, no one was getting shifts anymore. For about 3 weeks, I had 1 or 2 scheduled shifts. So I just thought, hey, if I'm not working either way, I may as well not be tied to the job. Stand by. Squid says, stand by, what the hell? It's an escape room, not an airline. Yeah, I mean, it's the state of 0 hours contracts is that you can kind of get people to do whatever. Because if they complain, well, 1, they're very easy to fire. 2, that's not necessarily where I meant to put it, but not the worst. But yeah, I mean, the nature of the booking system for this escape room was such that customers were able to... Oh my god. I mean, we've got it now, if this can stick around for a while. The nature of this escape room was that customers could book in like on the day, so literally they could book in an hour in advance, which meant that people had to be. And you're gonna steal, change your mind, okay? Sure. Shadow madness, shadow madness, shadow madness. Oh, god damn it. I think it's time to turn the tables. Yeah, sorry. So, people needed to be on call in case bookings all of a sudden picked up. And that's a really bad way to run. Well, it's a way to maximize the amount of customers that you get as an escape room. It's a bad way to run it in terms of staffing. Basically because it treats your staff really badly. So I wouldn't advise it. I mean, it's really silly, especially in the quieter days. Oh. That's scary. I don't think there's any way we can win this turn. I guess I can give it a go. Huh, this is in my deck. Well, we'll just have to see what happens. Two mind blasts. Yeah, they got there. I guess if I had healed myself, they wouldn't have been able to do that, would they? We won off. But no, I thought it was more important to go for the win. That's the thing, if I'm ever angry at the end of a game, I tend to just be angry at myself. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have let that happen. But that's how it is. I mean, it was slightly annoying. I think they got 3 psychic screams there. Like every time we did something big, they had a really good answer to it. But that's fine. Makes it seem like my salt is internalized, but it's just like, I was kind of quiet. Lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the escape room. Quitting. But yeah, now I have more time to focus on university and to focus on online content and stuff, and it's felt great. It's felt like I can really balance it well. I'm not in, like, because I'm a student. By the way, this is, I think we keep powered shield. No, we probably dig for like eternal servitude and stuff. Because eternal servitude with Witchrook Grizzly is great. That's not bad. But yeah, the balance feels really good right now. I feel like I can concentrate on uni enough. I feel like I've got enough time to stream when I want to and regularly. It's just generally quite a good feeling. And the growth has been slow and steady at points. But you know, I feel like I can ramp it up. I feel like I can do better. I feel like I can get there, you know? Oh, it's one of these decks. What is escape room in this context? Ah, okay. So escape room or escape game is like, it's a thing that's difficult to explain concisely. It's a real life puzzle game. Yeah. Witchrook Grizzly. It's like a real life puzzle game. You go into a room, you're locked in, and then there's like puzzles to solve. And if you manage to solve all of them within the amount of time, then you win. And if not, then you lose. And it's kind of just like a puzzle game, but real. You can do it in teams. You said Saw. Yeah, kind of like the movie Saw, I guess, but obviously with less violence. Almost E says, Grizzly into Servitude is the nuts in this deck. Absolutely. Definitely is. Dune says that they recognize Arteman from Papa Jason's channel. Papa Jason, for the benefit of anyone that happens to not know, I suppose. You're getting this, don't you? Another Hearthstone streamer. Very good at the game. Grinds a lot more than I do, that's for sure. Oh man, they got there. That's okay, because we've got Eternal Servitudes. I'm not going to promote Jason in other streams, but yeah, he's a cool dude. I mean, there's no reason not. Like, I'm not that kind of person. You know, other streamers aren't stealing from me. I guess in a sense, in maybe a very absolute sense they are, but you know, I think what me and Papa Jason provide in terms of content is different things. So I'm not especially worried about promoting other people. You're a 4/4 that I cannot target. Interesting. Fine Spirit. Seems really good. Problem is my opponent has spider bombs, so I don't want to like go ham too much. Can just hit my opponent in the face for 28 though, and that's really good. Oh, I can't do it if I do that. Ah, but we've lost in this position before. Okay, we'll keep it going. Artman says, I like streamers who talk about decks without cursing. Yeah. And Dune says, you're in the right place, Foy is a wholesome boy. And Squid says, this is a family-friendly stream. Yeah, I mean, those things are true. Just because it's the best way to grow, I guess. It hasn't been like a Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Well, were you prepared for Moshog Enforcer? I came here because HS Replayer says Elmer's Rico 1. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people have. You are definitely not alone in that. No matter where you came from, I welcome you. There's a refugee joke buzzing around in my mind that I'm not going to say. I'm following you now, says Elmer's Rico 1. Nice stream. Thank you very much, Elmer's Rico 1. Thank you, but it's not, it hasn't appeared. I'm very sorry that it hasn't appeared. What did this? Oh, spider bomb. Get screamed, bro. The Discord, on the other hand, says Squid. Dune says, I don't think Foy has a problem with swearing, just like Papa Jason. You can just really tell it's not an integral part of the way he talks in everyday life. That is basically true. Oh, there's the follow notification from Elmer's Rico 1. Thank you very much, Elmer's Rico 1, for following. You're a cute Pikachu. For that, and I very much appreciate your support. Hope that you're enjoying the stream. I don't want that to sound tired. It's not tired. I enjoy saying it every single time. It's true that I don't have a problem with swearing. It's one of those things that you do, isn't it? It's like, it's self-censorship, but like not in a bad way. People talk about self-censorship as if it's really bad, but it's something that just makes sense to do. I don't swear often. I'm not a super sweary person. That's definitely true. I think we might have the win here. I'm gonna heal. It's just like me, says Dunes. I don't care about swearing one way or another, but I have small kids, so I don't swear around them, and you can tell that when I'm talking on stream. Yeah. Oh god. How does he keep doing it? He can't keep getting away with it. Yeah, no, I think people are... You want to keep things family friendly wherever possible, right? Can I combo off with you? 5, 10, 20? I can get you 2? That's not enough. I can kill you, and then I can... Yeah, okay. I need the card draw, that's why I'm doing this. Yes, give me a spellstone. Seems like it would be good in this situation. Pass the turn. Oh, I'm an idiot. I could get it up to 40, not 20. Chat's going crazy because I've missed lethal. Seriously, a bunch of people that haven't said anything all stream, and now everyone's going crazy because I've missed lethal. Ah! Yeah, every single one of you is right. Every single one. Chat has gone genuinely crazy. All it takes. One mistake. One mistake and everyone leaves your stream for a better streamer. Yes, everyone in chat is right. Oh, it's time to hang up the hat, dude. You stream for 2 hours and 40 minutes, you lose it. Yeah, no, everyone here is right. Right. This can go to 32. But then I won't have any mana. I won't have the mana to actually inner fire it. So if we had Topsy-Turvy, I could have killed with the Scavenging Hyena. But as is, I cannot. I'm... Give me... That's not Witchwood Grizzly. A Mass Hysteria, what does this summon? It probably summons a Witchwood Grizzly, which would be great, because then I can steal it and win the game with it. Could also summon another charged Devil Saw, which kills me if they have cubes. What's actually in our deck? I've got no idea. So I've got 5 cards in my deck, so that's a Spellstone, a Grizzly, Tar Creeper. Oh, so I probably draw something useful. Or not, you know, it's not a requirement. Might have just thrown this game away by doing that. We'll see. They should be looking for a taunt right now. Dune says, this makes me wonder if running Radiant Elemental as a one-of wouldn't be the worst idea ever. There is a load of synergy with it. They got the taunt. Now they need to give it extra attack. But they didn't. So I win the game. Cool. Right, I think I've collected myself. That game was a little too crazy. Easy, it says Squid. I don't think I deserve. You know, like sometimes you win a hard fought game and you're like, oh, you should sub for that. Oh, you should give bits for that. I don't think I deserve anything for that because I missed lethal and I'm bad. Okay. I'll come back to the Radiant Elemental in a sec. Let me just read out a couple more chat messages. Because D says, almost good in math, just a joke. Sometimes I'm too focused on the important sport to spot lethal. Obla says, can I pay chat for that? I probably should, to be honest, yeah. Okay, so Radiant Elemental. I don't think that the mana thing is very relevant, generally speaking. Kinda want this? Yeah, D has a good point. You don't want the minion in your res pool. I think the biggest problem is just that the mana restriction, like, it's not all that relevant because the way that you're comboing off doesn't require that many spells. It was relevant there in the exact scenario that I have Shadow, Madness, and 3 Divine Spirits. But it's not going to be very relevant, you know, aside from that situation. I guess it can be relevant for, like, you need to play a ton of power shields and inner fires and stuff to get there, and divine spirits I should say, not inner fire, to get there. But most of the time that's just not the case. So I don't think it's that relevant. I don't think you need it. There's some matchups where I try not to play Cleric or Tar Creeper in the early game to get a better res pool. There's D82. That's something to consider. I haven't done that. Because I think your res pool is just generally so good that you don't... It's not that you don't care. I was gonna say it's not that you don't care, it's more that you don't mind. Which doesn't sound like a very good way to really put things, does it? Well, there's no point in really doing that, is there? I may as well wait until I have a bigger one. I guess it makes sense though. You'd be really annoyed if you spellstoned. Oh man, I didn't consider the Ziliax. My bad. We're just gonna Psychic Scream next turn, I think. Really? Maybe I won't Psychic Scream then. We'll just do it again. Play stuff out. Why not? This seems like it could be a Q block because they're not even. So, you know, stealing the Void Lord is relevant in this game. In the Warrior matchup, it's so good to get multiple Divine Spirits and only big minions in the res pool to counter his armor. That's true. That is true. That's a good Mass Dispel. It's also a good Psychic Scream though. But it's a better Mass Dispel, isn't it? Chip in that damage. Yeah, no, that's something to consider, I guess. I don't know, I feel like the drawing from the Northshire Clerics can be quite relevant, even in those matchups. So you represent 18. Currently. Which just isn't enough. Maybe we should consider... Oh, we should not consider a Scream here. We're fine. We're chilling. I think we're chilling. James was talking about the emote artist, channel artist in general. Who they said is pricey, but insanely talented. They've done all of his channel art. Yeah, I mean, I had my own story about getting a channel artist. It didn't exactly work out, put it that way. Win the game. Not missing lethal this time. Thank God. I didn't realize that I didn't actually have a I didn't actually have an inner fire. I had to pick it up from the shadow visions there. I almost started comboing off without having a way to actually win. God, I'm good at the game. Why be good when you can be lucky? Basically, I don't know, I started talking to this. I had a mirror match and my opponent had a 1/7 cleric and can't kill it. I won because I healed his minions to overdraw him so much. That was a fun game. Fair enough, I guess that works. Yeah, I think, yeah, you gotta think carefully about the Northshire cleric, I suppose. So my... I was trying to get, you know, I wanted to redo my emotes. I was like coming back into streaming. I was like, right, I'm gonna get back into the streaming in a big way. I want some really good looking emotes. You keep Ziliax because it's such a good roadblock. What can we, you know, got in contact with someone, actually through Ovala in chat currently, because I said, do you know any like graphic designers? Because really I wanted to work with someone, you know, like that I knew in some way, like maybe someone that I went to school with had become a graphic designer or something like that. That's what I was going for. But he happened to know a girl that he'd spoken to that was like doing graphic design stuff, and we spoke. We just ended up not being a good fit for each other, unfortunately. She was she was not totally comfortable with the idea of making an emote that other people in chat could use, because she didn't want like her art to be used for nefarious purposes, I suppose. Like that's not a quote. You know, she said she wasn't comfortable with it. The nefarious purposes thing is what I'm inferring from the experience. I don't want to be seen to be putting words in other people's mouths, you know. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's a consideration. Like, I don't know how I'd feel about if it's the nature of the internet though. If you draw something and then people use that thing to like troll other people or whatever, I guess that could be hurtful. Do I want to heal my face or do I want to shadow visions? The problem with shadow visions is we don't know what we need right now. But as you can see, I'm doing it anyway. Dune says, I get a ton of compliments on my emotes. I'd love to be like Rue someday and get people to sub just for my emotes, lol. I don't know who Rue is, so just count me out of this conversation. It's fine, don't worry.
Right away.
Draw cards is good. I know, like, I think Dan's game is one popular one for people to subscribe to for the emotes alone. Maybe. That's what I've heard. Oh my heavens, that is a lot of dinosaurs. Admiral Baru is the streamer. His emotes are the cutest on Twitch, he's pretty sure. Not a clue. I really want a Ziliax into the Devilsaur Egg. I know it gives him another dinosaur, but it sets up for a really good Mass Hysteria. Sometimes you gotta lose a little to gain a lot. Sometimes you gotta speculate to accumulate. Or in this case, as it might be, sometimes you gotta misplay to lose the game. But I mean, hopefully it takes like at least 2 hits. Maybe we take 10 here, and that's scary. Or maybe we get flanking struck, and then we take 15, and it hurts. But you know, Mass Hysteria is good. I have a little bit of Photoshop. This is almost DE2. I have a little bit of Photoshop / Illustrator skills. Maybe we can do something together for your emotes. But I can't draw good. But if you have something drawn, I can convert it into a vector graphic. I mean, I do all of my own art stuff, generally speaking, because I too am decent. Oh my god, he's got another one. How am I supposed to Mass Hysteria if you play another one?
Right away.
So like everything that you see on my stream, this is just bad. Very bad. And we haven't drawn a single taunt that costs less than 8, so that's also bad.
Who to shoot?
Why can't we have that? Give it me. Oh, it's not really good enough now, is it? 5-8, no. Well, actually, we're still alive. Maybe. And then this would resummon Ziliax and Witchroot Grizzly. So, not out just yet. Only if they have any form of minion interaction or rush. Or direct damage. That'll do. So yeah, like the Poggers emote that I do have is just my face taken from a picture, because I can work with stuff like that, and it works well enough. Unfortunately, you know, if I was after like an artist, I'd be after an artist that can draw and stuff. I do miss the win, says Squid. I felt like the win just wasn't used. And I felt like it wasn't very personal either, that was the thing. I don't know, I kind of like having my face on it. For whatever reason. Clearly what I need is more people to subscribe to me so that I can get more subscriber slots. That's what we do, Squid. I messed Taunt Porous, it was a cool meme but it was very specific. Yeah, it was like a joke that we should all hail the god Temporus. Because I used to play a lot of Dragon Priest and Temporus was like... whenever you played that Discover a Dragon card, Temporus was always one of the choices, and it ended up being surprisingly good a lot of the time. You probably keep Shadow Madness in the mirror, I think, if you know that it is. Oh, Nightbot isn't working. I don't think. Oh, wait. Nightbot is really messed up right now. I wonder if there was like a Twitch reset of the API or something. Is Nightbot in the chat? Don't know what our opponent's playing, I'll take a powered shield. Wait, did you ever make the Temporus command? I don't think I ever made the Temporus command, no. Oh, it's the mirror. Damn. But it's bothering me that Nightbot's just not working. Let me try /mod. Then what do? Just type Nightbot. Oh. Guess we'll never know. Yeah? Hit me in the face for 10 is pretty good. Okay. So it's just bothering me that Nightbot's like not doing anything. I should have commands in it. Let me do a YouTube. Nope, that didn't work. YouTube. Oh yeah, it does work. I like the idea of having something that big in Shadow Madness, but it shouldn't be a concern just yet, either way. How big can I get this thing? I can get it to 24. That's pretty big. Oh, but it's also just not worth doing until that's actually out of the way. Dune says I added Spirit Lash to this deck, helps a lot against the token matchups. I don't know about that, to be honest, because the matchups that like linear aggro decks, you're just playing Tar Creeper, Lich King, sweet, or play a Moshog and try and win the game. It doesn't matter. Either of these win the game, I think. This one's better at doing it. It's better against a lot of the stuff that my opponent could have, like Psychic Scream. Yeah, you're just playing taunts and buffing them up real big against like what token matchups? You know, that's my big question. Please don't Shadow Madness me, bro.
Onward, friends, to adventure.
Oh, we've got the master spell. I'm like hovering over the card thinking, what can I do here? Oh, well, one thing you could do, Dylan, is just win the game. Maybe consider that. Poggers. Alright, let's make a push for Legend. This is what we're going to do. We're going to push for Legend. I've been streaming for 3 hours and that's generally as long as I like to stream for. We're going to push for Legend. And if we lose a single game, we're going to stop the stream, toast someone else, I think. Does that sound good, chat? Tell me if you disagree. I swapped out Shadow Madness and Divine Hymn. I found Divine Hymn to not do much most of the time, and Shadow Madness was situational, and without a mana discount from Radiant, it's less powerful. I can't see Spirit Lash doing very good. Like, I can't see what kind of things Spirit Lash is helping your win rate out against. I kind of like all these. Oh, I don't like Master Syrian, not against a warrior, right? Having Spellstones seems relevant though. Because you grind these guys out. That's the plan. You keep playing threats until they can no longer remove them, and Spellstone is a really good way to refill your board. And one of the things that Odd Warrior is worst at is getting rid of... Actually, it's getting rid of individual minions, I guess. I guess they're good at getting rid of big boards. If you hit Legend, I sub, says Squid. God damn it, Squid. That's motivation to keep streaming. That's gonna make Izzy annoyed. It's not really. But we'll just do it again. Just juice the Spellstone a bit. I only face 2 to 3 odd pally and they never can't kill my taunts. Also against odd secret mage sometimes. I had a 24 grizzly on turn 6 without fireballs or pillars, they can't do anything against it. Dune says, I'm a lot higher on the ladder than you, Foy, so I'm still queuing a lot against Odd Paladin. I'm at rank 8ish on NA. CNC80 says, so I'm rank 10 at the moment. What deck would you recommend to go from 10 to 5? This one or what? Question mark. This one is really good. I mean, especially if you're in the same situation as Dunes is, where you're playing against a lot of Odd Paladins. This deck's really... I think this deck has a really good matchup against Odd Paladins. Because you just play big taunt minions that don't die. I don't know, Dunes. Maybe it's a good decision if you're playing against a ton of Odd Paladin. I get that it would help against Odd Paladin. I just don't think it's worth the percentage points in other matchups. Oh yeah, there's some other really good decks right now. Like Odd Paladin's a really good deck. Dunes suggests his budget mid-range hunter list, which I'm sure is also good. There's no shortage of good decks worth playing. But I think because this one's still so new, a lot of people don't know entirely how to play around it. And sometimes they don't respect things as much as they should. I mean, the Shadow Madness is useful because it helps kill out of nowhere, and it even has, like, application against, The Shadow Madness does even have application against Odd Paladin because you can just use it to kill things. Dilutes your res pool, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive. And also, you know, Divine Hymn, really good for healing your taunts back up. Oftentimes, the nature of Odd Paladin, they have to hit into your taunts just to damage them, and then if you can heal them way back up, then wow, you just gained an extra 6 health. And if you were damaged, you gained an extra 12 health. That's good. I don't know why I'm getting out of breath speaking so fervently about this deck. I'm enjoying playing it right now. That's kind of... Oh! That's pretty good. Right, I think I missed a couple of messages in my defense of Or my attack against Spirit Lash, I suppose. CNC says, I got like 90% of all cards in this game. I got like all the major decks, just not sure which one I should use to get to rank 5 with an even rank 1, maybe. Hey, reach for the stars, my dude. Can get that to 32, which you would think is big enough. But surprisingly it's not. Like, I can hit him for 32. But it's just not good enough. God damn, what is the world coming to? Dune says, according to HS Replay, Odd Paladin, Secret Paladin, and Odd Secret Mage have the highest current win rates on ladder. Oh, big game hunter, wow. I don't want to play that really. I don't want it in my death pool. And I don't really need to kill this 4-2. It's not that big of a deal. I genuinely don't know what to do. I'd like to draw cards ideally. Oh, also this can hit my own minions. Didn't think about that. Pass the turn, I guess. So yeah, the Odd Secret Mage does run Jan'alai. All Odd Mage decks run Jan'alai. The Odd Secret Mage one is like an aggro mage list. So it runs like loads of cheap stuff. Black Cats, the 3/4 that draws a card when you kill something with your hero power. Fireflies, Diamols. Let's do it. They're gonna brawl or something, I think. Maybe I'll craft and try it. It's definitely strong. I've played it a bit. I thought I played it a bit on stream the other day, but I'm not sure whether or not I did. But Vicious Syndicate was recommending it as its meta breaker of the week a short while back. So our biggest problem here is that we just don't have enough health buffs, right? Ugh. This needs 3 more spells. It's not outside the realms of possibility. Especially not now. We don't need to win out of the blue, I don't think. I think we take Power Word Shield for that reason. This is kind of bad because now if this dies, I've just diluted my spell pool. But it's worth a go. It's definitely worth a go, Squid. I especially know like you're a big mage fan. Oh yes. Secret Odd Mage is the 3rd best deck on HS Replay at the minute. Well, I mean, it's like a tier system, so I don't think it entirely works like that. And the board's not really scary enough to Psychic Scream. Oh, that's just terrible.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Just drawing some cards, because our opponent's on 70. God, it's going to be hard to win when they're on 70. It's the kind of game where I feel like you need the 3rd Divine Spirit. Or to resummon a bunch of Lich Kings. Somehow the secret deck just hasn't felt right since Courier and Valet rotated. I mean, it's definitely weaker. definitely weaker, so I mean there's that. This is getting screamed. So yeah, I don't blame you for saying that. Not in the slightest. Like, not in terms of strength, but the vibe. Yeah, I mean, it plays very differently now. It's a lot more smoky now. Like, the old secret deck, you kind of got control of the board, you were playing a 5-5, and... Like, once you got control of the board, you played a 5-5, now you win the game because you've got a 5-5. So there's the Shadow Madness, which, you know, could come in handy. Yeah, that's what I want. Give me that Lich King. Doom Pact. That's not exactly what I'm after. I'm probably after... I don't know. Anti-Magic Shell would be really good. Frostmourne helps me make boards again. Deals 48 damage to it. Seems good. Oh, that is MadMac283 is followed. Thank you very much, MadMac. You're a cute Pikachu. Very much appreciate your follow. Appreciate the support. Hope that you're enjoying the stream. Let me just think about this. I mean, I think Lich King dies very often. I don't know if it's worth like attempting to combo here. What's like the maximum I could get this to? 14, 28, 56. It's not really enough. Barely even gets rid of the armor. No! God damn it. And Kamikaze72 has also followed. Thank you very much. You're also a cute Pikachu. Appreciate the support and the follow there. Chat is currently talking about different HS Hearthstone statistics websites. HS Replay, well, DE says HS Replay is more about statistics, Tempo Storm is more about skill and matchups, Vicious Syndicates is a site that I don't use. I don't use Tempo Storm, I use HS Replay and Vicious Syndicate, but judging by your description, Vicious Syndicate sounds like Tempo Storm. This makes plants. I really can't afford to mill my own deck. Cast 2 more spells.
Is someone injured?
We'll see what happens, I guess. I'm not totally sure what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. I think I've thrown this game. My god, they've gained a lot of armor. Well, there's a second Divine Spirit. I don't entirely know what I was hoping for. You still need 2 more spells, eh? Well, I think my best hope now is Lich King cards. Or just having a wide board. I don't know. This is really difficult. I think Odd Warrior is a difficult matchup. Depending on how they've built their deck. If they're like the quest lineup and they go aggressive, this is a bad matchup for the deck, says Kamikaze72. I haven't actually looked at any stats on the matter. Currently has a 59% win rate against, according to HS Replay. But I think that's through people playing the deck wrong, mostly. Yeah, I can topsy-turvy it, steal it, buff it twice. This is all the most ridiculous stuff. I can topsy-turvy it, steal it, buff it twice, and then inner fire it, and I deal 32. Not even close to enough. Let's hope they don't have aggression. Fortnite's not the #1 game. That's interesting. Oh, also, you guys talking about different statistics websites gives me an interesting idea for a video. Could do a little comparison of them all. Is it Apex? Probably Apex, right? I mean, I've just opened up Twitch, and everyone appears to be playing Apex. Valkyr is playing Apex. He's on the front page. Ninja's playing Apex, and of course, you know, Ninja is Ninja. They have a Baku. Yeah, give me that Lich King. Considering the combo doesn't matter either way, I'm best off trying to keep that alive, right?
By the light.
And keep this on 1 charge just so I can get that Lich King whenever I need it. There's another Frostmourne. Maybe we're not totally out of this. Yeah, we only need to deal 75 damage and we've only got 1 card in our deck. It's not impossible. Oh no. Ouch, that's really good. I think I'm kind of out of things. I mean, I'm definitely out of cards. I can try Psychic Screaming and see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I think they've played it smart. They know the matchup. I think I've played it bad, I guess. Like, maybe I could have done better. Definitely needed to try and ensure a 3rd Divine Spirit more. They just win in fatigue. Yeah, alright, we'll concede.
You have best.
Okay, I mean, I can kind of feel my flow being ruined a little bit. So I'm gonna raid someone because we got so many viewers. I'm like really happy with the number of viewers that we've got. Thank you so much, everyone that's tuned in today. I really do appreciate all of your support. I'm trying to find. Oh, what is that? Did we get some bits? Was that? Tiki Monster says. Gives 5 bits. Says, hey Fluff, on a scale from 1 to 10, how ticklish would you say you are? Probably like a good 7 or 8. I'm very ticklish. A lot of times my girlfriend like barely touches me and I complain enough for tickling me. Someone says I don't want to, no. Let's see. I mean, someone has. It's annoying when like no one that I know is currently streaming, so I can't host them. And like, I want to host someone in English because I imagine everyone wants to watch people in English. I'm just like looking for anyone with a decent looking username not username, stream name I should say. The stream looks, you know, half decent. Oh! The Tickle Monster has followed. Thank you very much, Tickle Monster. Thanks for your entertainment. I'll definitely come back to the stream. Thank you very much, Almost D. I really appreciate that. I mean, come along to the Discord channel if you want. Because we've got a Discord, and if you use Discord, it's a great way to always kind of be a part of the stream. But sorry, I lost my train of thought just as I'm trying to sift through all these streamers. There's not many people streaming right now in English that seem like they would be good to host. I'm kind of liking the look of the Migo face person. They appear to be playing Odd Paladin. I know that's going to bother some of the people watching. Oh, Gara's playing Dragon Shaman. And that's a deck that is very fun to watch. I think I've heard of Gara before, and I think they're a good streamer. So let's give them a host. Normally I like to host people with much fewer viewers than Gara currently has. But this guy appears to be the best fit for passing you on to someone right now. A partnered Tempo Storm streamer. Anyway, thank you so much. Yeah, memes are better than Odd Paladin, says Almost D. I definitely agree. Drop your follows now if you want to tune into my stream again in future. Or your subs, I guess, if you want. That would definitely be appreciated. But I'll see you all probably tomorrow. I'm going to try and stream on Saturday. That's the new schedule. So I'll see you then. And enjoy, for now, Gara's stream. I'll be in there for a little bit, at least. And we'll go and enjoy that. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and work on a guide for this deck that I'll be putting up on YouTube, hopefully either tonight or tomorrow. So that's all. Go and enjoy Gara's stream. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a heck of a stream, and I really appreciated all of your company. Thanks to everyone in chat, everyone that's followed, everyone that's said anything, everyone that's dropped bits. Definitely appreciate it all. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow, hopefully.